Picture this. It's 1976, in a humble garage in Cupertino, California. Two young visionaries, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, are about to change the world. With very little money but a ton of ambition, they started building computers. Their early days were a real struggle, filled with countless challenges. They had to hunt for investors who would believe in their dream and painstakingly build prototypes by hand. This wasn't just a hobby, it was the birth of Apple, a company that would grow from a simple garage project into one of the most influential technology giants in history. Their journey started with a simple idea: to make technology personal and accessible to everyone. The initial focus was all on groundbreaking hardware. Steve Wozniak, the engineering genius of the duo, designed the very first Apple computer. It wasn't the sleek device we know today, but a basic circuit board sold directly to tech enthusiasts and hobbyists. To get their project off the ground, the team had to make personal sacrifices, selling their own belongings, including a van and a scientific calculator, just to raise enough funds for production. Their big break came when they secured their first order from a local computer retailer. They managed to sell around 200 units of the Apple I, which, while a small number, provided the crucial initial revenue they needed to keep their dream alive and prove their concept had real potential. Then, a key figure entered the picture: Mike Markula. He wasn't just an investor who provided much-needed funding, he also brought invaluable business expertise and guidance. With his help, Apple officially incorporated in 1977. This marked a turning point, leading to the release of their next major product, the Apple II. This computer was a game-changer. It featured color graphics, a revolutionary feature at the time, and quickly became a massive hit, especially in the business world. Why? Because of a piece of software called VisiCalc, the first ever spreadsheet program for personal computers. This killer app made the Apple II an indispensable tool for businesses. And by 1993, millions of units had been sold all over the globe, cementing Apple's place in the market. As the 1980s began, Apple's momentum was unstoppable. In December 1980, the company went public, offering its shares on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. The initial public offering was a phenomenal success, instantly making many of Apple's early employees and supporters very wealthy. The company's value skyrocketed, reflecting the public's growing excitement for personal computing. This rapid growth created a wave of opportunities and solidified Apple's reputation as a major player in the burgeoning tech industry. It was a clear sign that the personal computer revolution, which Apple had helped ignite, was now in full swing and here to stay. With their success growing, Apple set its sights on the business computer market, developing a machine called the Apple III. However, this project was fraught with technical issues and design flaws, leading to a difficult launch. It was a humbling experience, but also a valuable lesson in product development and quality control. Around the same time, the team famously visited the Xerox PARC research lab. This visit was transformative. They saw technologies that were years ahead of their time, most notably the graphical user interface, or GUI, complete with windows, icons, and a mouse. This concept of a visual, intuitive way to interact with a computer heavily influenced Apple's future direction, laying the groundwork for ambitious new products like the Lisa computer and another secret project that would soon take the world by storm. That project was the Macintosh, and its launch in 1984 was nothing short of legendary. It was announced with a now iconic Super Bowl commercial that promised to smash the status quo. The Macintosh delivered on that promise, bringing the power of graphical computing to everyday consumers. It wasn't just about the hardware, it came with built-in software for writing and drawing, making it incredibly user-friendly right out of the box. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The Mac faced challenges, including a need for a wider variety of software and competition from other computers with faster processors. Despite these hurdles, the Macintosh fundamentally changed how people thought about and used computers forever. The mid-1980s brought significant changes to Apple's leadership. In 1985, after a period of internal conflict, John Sculley took over as CEO. This led to one of the most dramatic moments in Silicon Valley history. Steve Jobs, the company's co-founder and visionary, was forced out. He went on to start a new company called Next. Around the same time, Steve Wozniak also stepped back from his full-time role to pursue other interests. Even with its founders gone, Apple continued to innovate. It introduced portable computers like the PowerBook, which helped define the modern laptop. However, the company faced increasing pressure from the growing market of IBM-compatible PCs, which were rapidly gaining market share. The 1990s were a turbulent time for Apple. The company tried to manage multiple, sometimes confusing, product lines. In a bid to stay competitive, they formed strategic partnerships, like the AIM alliance with IBM and Motorola, to develop advanced processors. They also experimented with new categories of devices, introducing handhelds like the Newton. While ahead of its time, the Newton was a commercial failure and needed more refinement. The decade was marked by a lack of clear focus, and by the mid-90s, the company was in serious trouble. By 1996, Apple was facing a severe financial crisis. The company reported significant losses, and its market share had plummeted. It seemed like the once unstoppable innovator was on the brink of collapse. Widespread layoffs and a sense of uncertainty plagued the company. In a desperate move to revitalize its technology and vision, Apple made a bold decision. It acquired Next, the company Steve Jobs had founded after leaving. And with that acquisition came the return of Jobs himself, initially as an interim leader. His comeback set the stage for one of the greatest corporate turnarounds in history. Steve Jobs' return in 1997 marked a radical shift. He immediately began to streamline Apple's convoluted product lineup, famously cutting it down to just a few core products. He believed in doing a few things exceptionally well. One of his first major moves was to forge a surprising partnership with Microsoft, ensuring that essential software like Microsoft Office would be available on Apple computers. Then, in 1998, he unveiled the iMac. With its vibrant, colorful all-in-one design, it was a radical departure from the beige boxes that dominated the PC market. The iMac was a massive hit, selling in huge numbers and returning Apple to profitability. It signaled that Apple was back, with a renewed focus on design, simplicity, and innovation. Following the iMac's success, Apple entered a golden age of innovation. In 2001, the company launched the iPod, a device that completely revolutionized the music industry and how we listen to music on the go. Then, in 2007, came the iPhone, a product that didn't just transform mobile communication. It redefined the entire concept of a phone and created the modern smartphone market. Alongside these iconic hardware products, Apple built a powerful ecosystem of services, expanding its reach even further. In 2011, as his health declined, Steve Jobs passed the leadership baton to Tim Cook, who had been his trusted second-in-command for years. Today, here in 2025, Apple's journey from that Cupertino garage has reached incredible heights. The company holds a market capitalization of over $3.5 trillion, making it the most valuable public company in the world. In 2024 alone, it brought in nearly $400 billion in revenue, with a staggering $97 billion in net profit. The iPhone remains the heart of its business, but it's now surrounded by a whole family of successful products like the Apple Watch, AirPods, and the groundbreaking Vision Pro spatial computer. Services like the App Store, Apple Music, and iCloud generate a massive and steady stream of income. With over 2 billion active devices worldwide, Apple's ecosystem continues to grow, supported by a fiercely loyal user base. The company continues to push boundaries in areas like privacy, artificial intelligence with features like Apple Intelligence, and seamless integration across all its devices, ensuring that the legacy that started in a garage continues to shape our future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through Apple's history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.